Hi, welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
I'm Michael Mandel. I'm glad he put Happy New Year there.
It's our first show of the new year.
I don't understand how it changed. And I agree with the cartoon in the New Yorker which says you should start New Year's on a Sunday so it goes with the rest of the year.
That's true. It does every 7 years.
Well, I just can't sit around waiting, so let's drink.
Let's drink to the new year.
So we're going to do, and this is because the guy in yoga class, the last time he was there, which was 2 weeks ago, we're back at yoga, and I said, I can't wait to try the drink that you said, which was a Manhattan, where, I didn't bring a mixer, so we have to do this little by little.
We have the stir.
Yes, we have the stirrer. A Manhattan with, not Grand Marnier, I have Grand Marnier here, but something called Mandarin Napoleon, which is like Grand Marnier. So we're doing this.
That's what this show is all about.
Yes.
Exciting new drinks that we experiment with.
And it sounded good to me.
Sure.
You know.
Now, being the new year, Las Cruces has the new minimum wage in action now.
So when are we getting minimum wage?
It's $10.10 an hour for non-tipped employees. Now, for tipped employees like a bartender, like you, Michael.
Yes.
You're up to you're up to $3.
I get $3.
Hour, yeah.
That's tipped employees.
Right. So the tips.
Where did my money come from?
The tips are supposed to bring you up to minimum wage, which nobody can live on.
You call this living? Oh, this Grand Marnier was from Chris's wife as a present. Yeah. When we also got that great chocolate, which I already finished.
But how much of that are you putting in?
This is going to be like a quarter of everything.
I noticed you gave me more
that was a mistake.
Maker's Mark.
Yeah,
I thought we were all going to have that same amount.
Yeah, I thought so too.
We'll put a little bit more in for you.
Let's see. Let's see how it tastes.
That's it?
Oh, do you want to mix?
Yeah, let's stir it up.
Tail of the fish. Hair of the dog.
Okay.
Cilantro. Let's see. So it's sort of a Manhattan, but with Grand Marnier.
Yeah, and it's not bad.
Is it balanced?
I'd say so, pretty much. Yours might be more balanced due to
it's pretty good.
Your amounts.
Needs more Entrado.
You think so?
For me, we both have different.
That's true. We can put just a smidge more in mine. I know it's hard to pour. What about the same amount?
It's hard to do smidges.
When you hold the big bottle. There we go.
Well, you know it's good?
Fabulous.
I'm starting to feel the heat from the noisy heater. Do you feel the heat? The heat's
about time my feet are warming up.
This is a good drink to do a TV show with, and it's a good drink for winter drinking because bourbon and a little bit of sweet vermouth is good. The Grand Marnier helps it give a nice spine, I think. It does. Gives it some nobility. That's why it's called the Royal Manhattan.
Especially this time of year, we've had our second snowstorm of the season.
What? You're counting? That's so hard to count.
I am counting, and our, at least where it's stuck on the ground and hung around. The Organ Mountains have a lovely hue.
Well, they did. I mean, today
it's melting.
We don't know. We're not going to have that. I was walking. Today is Thursday, and I was walking through the Pickwick parking lot, and the guy comes in, and it is getting warm because it's sunny. It was sunny out today, and he's got his jacket on, and he's looking happy. He goes, "Thank God, winter's over." Because it snows here once, and that's it. You got to take advantage of it.
Officially, we're barely 2 weeks into winter.
Officially, yes.
Yes, and
we consider it starting on the 21st.
We're getting our snow. People, if you have dogs,
secondhand.
If you have dogs chained outside, if you keep your dogs outside, chained up or in their doghouse, please bring them in. You got to bring them in at night. It's cruel and unusual punishment to keep a dog out overnight. Any pets.
In my neighborhood, when it gets dark, you start hearing the dogs starting to yowl because I think they're just freezing. I'm yowling too. Is that a hairy dog? Is that a hairy bear dog? What is that?
That's a frozen dog. He's frozen in place.
Looks like a bear. I think you could put jackets on your dogs. It still won't help. I mean, you've been out in jacket. It's been going down to like close to 20.
Yes, indeed. Like the other day, it was only 37 degrees
in the
maximum.
Day. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Wednesday.
This isn't a new show. We just go over the things that you already know, but we're surprised that existed. But you need us to verify the fact that it was cold.
That's true. In case you were wondering, we now verify.
Because obviously everybody who listens to this program never goes out of their house. They just sit and watch Channel 98.
How would they know?
Yeah. So we're here to tell you it's cold out there.
And you know what? It's even colder in Santa Fe.
And you can't. Don't even want to talk about
It's even colder in Santa Fe, where our new governor, Michelle Lujan Grisham, has been sworn in and has taken the reins.
Yes, but nothing's happened yet. But that's okay. She's starting to do stuff. We have an ethics committee on the way. We have all sorts of things, some oversight. The auditor is getting audited.
She's appointing...
It's always good to audit your auditor.
Yes. Yeah, who audits the auditors? Who polices the police?
Who polices the auditors, yes. The other auditor, the bigger auditor. That's why you have a federal government, so you have somebody way high up. You know, people are talking about, state government. We know that state government has always been much more corrupt because it's more hidden.
Sure.
And Deep South has always had problems, and
we know how corrupt New Mexico has always been.
Yes, we're Deep South.
And,
are we Deep South?
Well, we're south.
No, we're Southwest.
We're Southwest, but we're south of the Mason-Dixon line.
And quite a bit west.
Yes, quite a bit west.
Yeah.
And but she's making all her appointments to her cabinets and committees, and
things are going along.
Things are rolling along. Now, also,
were you appointed anything?
Our congresswoman, Xochitl Torres Small,
yes,
is sworn in this week.
On Thursday, she was there Thursday.
She's one of 100 women now in Congress.
Over 100 women in Congress, the most diverse House of Representatives ever. And there's
she joins
two
New Mexico's
Muslim women for the first time.
Xochitl joins New Mexico's other woman, Congresswoman Deb Haaland, and the two of them join Ben Ray Lujan as our three New Mexico representatives in the House.
So Ben Ray Lujan is now a minority.
As a man,
yeah.
Yes, and
I'm glad Xochitl's our rep. I mean, so she's going to be like, she's a fireball.
Mm-hmm. And
she's going to overtake the woman from the Bronx.
Now, as a freshman senator, she'll have to kind of take what they give her as far as the bad offices, and all that sort of thing, and a little hazing maybe goes on.
She will be making more money than she did in this town. I'm pretty sure.
Well, sure.
And have more benefits. Although, if she has to pay rent, there it goes.
Yeah, she gets over $175,000 a year for that job.
Plus, good benefits. She could retire in 3 years.
Good benefits, yeah, but her expenses are high.
Yes.
And she'll soon be opening her offices in District 2. Probably 3 or 4 of them, I'm thinking. Especially right here in Las Cruces.
One in Las Cruces, probably
Hobbs.
One in Hobbs.
Probably Roswell. And hopefully somewhere in the west part of...
I don't know, what, Silver City?
No, further, like...
Lordsburg?
Grants.
She doesn't that's too far north. That's not her section.
Yes, it is.
Are you sure?
Grants is in. Gallup is out. Believe it or not.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Believe me, I've been there. When I was on the campaign trail, we went to Grants.
And so
spent
you
2 horrible days in Grants. Yes.
Gosh, they really cut it close there.
And actually, Southern Bernalillo County is also in District 2.
Wow.
People don't realize that.
So they really cut it real thin under Albuquerque, didn't they? And I-40.
New Mexico has, District 2 has many reservations and pueblos also.
Who voted? Maybe.
And we hope they voted.
We hope they voted.
They used to be afraid to vote against Steve Pierce because they were afraid he'd take revenge on them.
And
now they didn't have to worry about that.
He probably might have.
He would have.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, we're talking about freezing dogs and bringing them in at night. Dog adoption.
No, you talk about that. Yes.
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 And here's Congress. Now, there's Congress right there.
That guy was in Congress.
Now, this guy, he could probably qualify more than some of the people who are in Congress. But
it is a dog's life.
He wants to be adopted. And the place you can adopt dogs now is at Piter, Kia, Chrysler,
or
Jeep.
Petrie?
Or is it
Maybe
Petrie?
Petrie, Kia.
Nobody knows because they don't advertise.
Petrie. They're advertising by doing this little stunt here.
Yes.
That's a place that nobody goes to. It's up Main Street, right?
They have
used
2
to be
locations.
something else.
One is 955 South Valley Drive.
They are selling the cars that people want.
And the other location is 1840
Chryslers.
North Main Street.
Do you know anybody who wants a Chrysler?
Sure.
Who?
Chrysler's a little bit better now than it used to be.
Really? When it was famous.
It was a very bad car in the 80s. But
it's got a great reputation.
The one on South Valley Drive.
For 80-year-old men.
955 South Valley Drive. It's the first Saturday of each month. And the one on North Main, it's the third Saturday of each month. So you can go in, adopt a dog, and maybe buy a car.
Maybe. Pick a car that your dog likes, and you got it made.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you could go to the shelter and pick one up.
Where do you think they get these dogs?
Yeah, but the shelter is closer than that place. You'd have to
Depends
go.
where you live.
Does people want to go on Maine?
And the dogs are $75 to adopt.
How much are they at the shelter?
The same. They're chipped. They have their shots.
And don't they sell dogs on the downtown mall on Saturdays sometimes?
You can go on the downtown. No, sell. Well, it's adopt
Sell
a dog.
them.
Adopt a dog.
Really?
These are from the shelter.
Do you pay to adopt a kid? I guess you do. It depends.
Oh no, you pay to own one. You know, if you buy it on the black market.
Oh, is that where you get it?
Yeah, that's where we got ours.
Yeah. How's she working out?
Well, we sold her. You know, we got.
Did you get a profit?
We got a good profit. Yeah,
That's good.
made a profit on that one. And so
I'm gonna get your. They also sell Jeeps.
Yeah,
So you can choose. Do you want a Jeep
Car
or
or
a dog?
Jeep.
Yeah.
Well, take both.
They're both good in nature. You know, you take them up into the mountains.
Sure.
You know, they all romp. It's a 4-wheel drive dog.
4 feet,
Yeah,
4-wheel drive.
It works. Good traction.
How are we doing on time, I wonder?
I don't know. We have a producer who never tells you.
Yeah.
What? We're 11 minutes into the show.
Okay.
We want to do a different show. We're almost ready for our next drink.
Okay.
So,
Listen, we're talking about our federal government a minute ago. Let's talk a minute about our local state government.
so we're jumping around a bit, aren't we?
We hired.
So we're jumping around.
We voted in
Yes.
some new people for the Merry Roundhouse that you see a picture there of.
Are you talking about the Sewell's Ferrari discussion? Do you have that on your
Jeff
list?
Steinborn. Well, I'm just
Okay, go through those.
I'm telling everybody that our local representatives are having a get-together meeting to meet with the local constituents.
Number of meetings.
Yes, having 3 meetings here. And State Senator Jeff Steinborn, Representatives Nathan Small and Rudy Martinez,
Where are they going to be?
as well as some other local officials,
Those are
are going
local.
to be having 3 public meetings next week. January 8th at Southwest Environmental Center. The next night, January 9th at Alameda Elementary School. Mm-hmm. And January 10th at the Radium Springs Community Center.
Radium Springs.
Now, these meetings are all from 5:30 to 7:30.
Is that like 10 people who live in Radium Springs that know how to drive a car during the nighttime?
No, there's more. Well, it's at 5. That's what's at 5:30.
Yeah, but you got to go home, I guess.
Who knew they had a community center?
I don't know. Radium Springs, I never hear them mentioned in the news except for when people want to get there.
Well, that doesn't, that gets people in the Upper Valley, where it's closer to go there than it would be to come all the way down to Las
guess
Cruces.
so. And I heard Joanne Ferrari
That way
and
people
Bill
from
Sewell's is doing something at the temple coming up.
Good.
So people, keep your eyes open if you like that type of thing. And then you can
If you like that
complain.
type of thing.
No, I mean, people go because they want to be important and they want their voice to be heard. So
Well-
you have something to talk about.
Yeah, well, it'll be our representatives telling us what they plan to do for us, and then opening it up for us to tell them
Then
what
they
we want
complain.
them to do for us.
Oh,
So that's, they're doing what they should do. They're involving
They're
themselves.
representing us.
They're representing us.
they're getting out there.
So-
Remember how many times Steve Pierce came to this area?
Not very often.
Well, even when he did, he never was seen in public. He was sequestered. Many times he was supposed to come here. People stood outside his office. They wouldn't let him in.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to throw rocks, I hear. Did you know that?
Flaming rocks.
Flaming
No,
rocks.
you can't do that. Listen, let's take a flaming break.
We're taking a flaming rock break.
And,
And we're going to come back with a paper plane. That's the drink we're going to have next.
Paper covers rock, so that's good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
Although we will finish these ice cubes before he presses the button because he can't find the button. I think you have to find the button.
Button.
I don't know what button. So we're going to use these 2 things, Aperol, Chinar, and the Maker's Mark when we get back, and we have no idea how that's going to taste.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Burke, and I have a confession to make. I have a serious crush on my workout. Hip, fun, and always a challenge. Jazzercise is the total package. It's the only workout that I've ever truly loved. Does it show? That's because I'm in the best shape of my life. What a difference Jazzercise makes. When's the last time your workout swept you off your feet? Find a class near you at jazzercise.com.
Celebrate, celebrate, Fiesta Motors.
Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there.
Celebrate, Fiesta Motors. We're buying a car. is always a celebration.
Call Mark Goldstein, the Safe Money Guy, at 575-556-2472 to learn about innovative strategies now available to help you grow, protect, and preserve your money and financial future, regardless of market conditions.
We are back. You're watching Double Talk right here on the Las Cruces channel.
You caught us in the midst of our making a drink. So this drink, after I heard about the Manhattan, I remembered something because I was looking through the drink books in the library, which is called Barnes & Noble. You know that library?
I see. The one where you pay for the books.
Not if you read them while you're there.
Read them while you're there.
Yeah. So they had a bourbon drink, which was 3/4 Cynar, or 3/4 of an ounce of Cynar.
Cynar is
It's a aperitivo made with artichoke hearts.
artichoke hearts, or the whole artichoke. Who knows?
I think it's the hearts.
I like Cynar.
Really? Because
On the rocks.
I do too.
Yeah,
Many people don't. Jim Brussman doesn't.
It has
He's
nothing-
watching this.
Cynar has nothing to do with China or anything like
No,
that.
it's just, Cynar is probably
It's
some
an
Italian word
Yeah,
for.
sure. Now you're dumping this into some already squeezed lemon juice.
Yes,
Freshly
equal
squeezed.
amount of lemon juice. And then Aperol. Aperol we use for Aperol spritzes. It's a sort of a lighter Campari. So in a way, this is like a Negroni in a way, using substitutes for everything, plus lemon.
We've used Aperol many times on this show.
We like Aperol.
We like it because it mixes well with a variety of things.
It's sort of a peachy, orangey
Sweetie,
flavor.
yes. You wouldn't want to drink it straight. Well, I wouldn't want to. It's just a little
No,
bit
yeah,
too-
you would. People drink it straight.
Well,
Except
I'm
you drink
saying-
it as a spritz.
I think I wouldn't want to drink it straight.
You wouldn't drink anything if I didn't force you.
I know, Michael. Well, somebody's got to do it. We do this as a public service. you know,
Yes, he suffers for the
For the cause.
yes. And so if you look up paper plane,
Really? That's all you put in?
I think so. Here, see how it is.
Let me see how it is.
See how it is, and we'll
Because
see
I
how it's
think
going.
you put in less of this than everything else.
It just looks that way because it's lighter. This could be horrible. I've never tried this.
That's the purpose of the show, Michael.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The lemon,
Lemon isn't bad.
it gives it a good tardiness.
Yeah, but
It's a bit too
you
tardy.
need a base. You need a base.
Actually, a bit more sweetie. I think a bit more of this would actually would.
Let's see. Well, if I made an entire drink with, and if we had it in my shaker.
It's still not bad. I'm going to sweeten mine up a little bit. I wouldn't ordinarily do this.
I'm going to sweeten it with this.
That's it right there. But you know,
Oh, maybe we should do sweet vermouth. Well, this is kind of like a
It's kinda
sweet
like-
bitter vermouth.
that's a little bit.
You
better.
wouldn't want us to be sitting here with a drink that we didn't like. I mean,
That's true. Because then you wouldn't like it.
Yeah, you wouldn't like it.
Now you know, this is January.
This would
Michael.
go good with gin.
I agree.
Yeah.
January is National Blood Donors Month.
Oh, every day of the week, I get a thing from the blood donation people. And you know what? If you go in and you donate blood, you still get a message every
course.
day of the week. Yes. So
Yes, and
not
January.
gonna stop.
Typically, January is the month where they're low. The blood supply is low, and so
Because they run out during Christmas.
for
some reason.
they need people to donate blood, and so they have this campaign. They're calling it "Save the Humans," because the blood goes to help save the human lives.
I hear a lot of it goes to dolphins.
No.
Yeah, the Save the Dolphin Fund.
No, this is Save
They
the Humans.
switch over. They mix each other. Here, you don't want to save this pure little dolphin? Look at that dolphin.
As long as it's tuna free, they're delicious.
They're good. And they're all over the place, or they're and they've changed the name
It's all around the state.
United Blood Services. They changed the name to something like
Well, it's
VIA.
The Blood Center.
Yeah, well,
It's
it's called.
and it's at 1200 Commerce Drive.
which is right across from Sam's.
Right across from Sam's Club.
Sometimes they've been doing it in the mall, and other places they have mobile units. And
Yes, but you can go in any time at the Blood Center there on Commerce Drive.
and what you do is you ask for 2 free movie tickets, and what they do is they give you a coupon for the movies in El Paso.
What?
I did it. Yes. You think it?
You're saying
you think it'd go
Allen
to
Theaters are too cheap to donate?
Apparently they don't know from Allen Theaters, and they get somebody in El Paso to donate because our United Blood Services, it comes from El Paso.
The El Paso territory. Okay.
All our blood goes directly to El Paso.
Well, I used to drive to El Paso to see movies because I got fed up with the way they were run here in Las Cruces.
Really?
But they've improved here in Las Cruces.
Thank goodness. I used to go to El Paso to donate blood, so it would come here. So it's reciprocal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so donate blood. Yeah, actually, it's good for you.
Yes, it is. It's actually better
It
after
stimulates you to.
It gets a lot of your white
create
blood
more.
cells out, which are poisonous, and you should give them to other people.
Right. Pass them on.
And you have all this thing. And when your blood's thinner, it's less calcification.
It lowers your blood pressure.
So does drinking.
No, it doesn't. Does it?
Yes, it does. Try standing up right now. You'll get dizzy. I'm telling you.
I'm on television, Mike. I can't stand up. Now,
I told you to wear pants. It's cold. You should wear the pants. I don't care if you're wearing furry underwear. It doesn't really help that much.
I would stand up, but you've heard of shrinkage, and it's very cold in the studio.
Right. Well, if you got nothing to show, you have nothing to be aware of.
That's right.
Yes. So, blood. You can get blood from that. You can't squeeze anyway.
Now, they.
Speaking of, we can become extinct species if we don't help each other with donating blood.
That's true. We could. Well, many of us could because blood saves lives. Now, many species are going extinct. We're actually in the middle of our 6th mass extinction here on this planet.
How many did you live through?
Well, I'm living through the 6th one right now.
You're living through the 6th, but what about the other 5?
Well,
we just forget about them?
Well, they're gone, so they're forgotten about.
Dinosaurs?
We only get them.
Animals we don't even know about?
Well, luckily we get them from fossils.
Oh, that's good.
But this is the 6th mass extinction of plants and animals
What's the
in
name
the
of that
past
one?
1.5 billion years.
That's a cute little bird. But there's so many species.
This bird just went extinct, gone forever, no more left. This is the Hawaiian bird, the pu'uli bird.
Right, and if you can't read it in black and white, it's black and white, and that's why you can't read it, because it's extinct.
It's got a little blue on its head. Well, it did.
That's pretty.
It doesn't now, and it never will.
Oh, I see why they made it extinct. It's got a yarmulke. Look at that. Does that look like a yarmulke?
And that's the reason to extinct it, Michael?
I don't know. There's no reason. It just happens.
So that's one of many. We lost 2 other bird species this year in Brazil. Gone forever, never coming back.
We don't even know their names.
After
That's
being
how
here
small
for
they were.
millions of years, now
They
they're gone.
never got their letters, and because they didn't pick it up.
The white rhino is almost gone. There's only 3 or 4 of them left in the wild.
So we're stuck with black rhinos? That's
The white rhino.
That's the northern white rhino. We have a lot of southern, eastern, and western white rhinos.
No, we don't have a lot.
Yeah,
We don't have a lot of any of them.
I mean, we don't even have a car lot.
And we have
of
very
them.
few of the northern white rhino.
It's really hard to keep a white rhino in food. They eat a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and poachers kill them. That's the main reason they're going away.
Just for their horns.
Yes, and they're white. They're rare.
And they're white.
And they're white.
And they're in Africa.
Entitled.
So
You think they'd be entitled?
you think maybe they voted themselves out of office. Who knows? Back to National Blood Donor Month.
Oh, yes?
Because there were articles about the guy who figured out that they used to change blood with other people in the early 1800s. They figured you could give blood from one person to another.
Right to the other directly.
And then they found out that people were getting bad things, as well as dying. And then somebody realized that there were different types of blood, and
Yes.
they figured that out. And then they figured out the Rh factor, which is positive or negative. Took them a while to get this, down to a science. And you guys are lucky if you give blood, because you don't have to worry about killing somebody with your blood.
And the scientists have no way of knowing where the Rh negative factor came from. It just appeared out of the blue in the 1800s.
They discovered it. Well, because they were looking for it.
They don't know where it came from.
That's how species get extinct. Super medicine.
Now,
Speaking
talking about
extinct
extinction,
things, yes.
we lost another restaurant in Las Cruces.
You didn't even know is here. It's really good. There it is.
Locha's Restaurant.
That used to be
Mexican
on Main Street, just above Picacho.
Yes, it used to be the old barbecue shack.
You know, that barbecue shack went through a lot of iterations,
Yeah.
and at some points it was considered the great barbecue.
Yeah.
Then there was a lot of competition in barbecue.
Yeah. There was, yeah.
I never even heard of this
They went out.
Lotus restaurant.
Nobody heard of it because they didn't advertise, and the owner was having problems with her landlord, and she
think?
closed. And
They
so
didn't-
hopefully she'll reopen elsewhere.
Did they used to barbecue outside? Because that place was known for its
You can
barbecues
smell it
outside.
for blocks
yeah.
around.
It's
So
not
that
bad.
closed. Now we have a new restaurant opening up in about a month or so up on Telshore called
Depending on when you're watching this, if
Freddy's-
you're watching this in a month, it's open.
Freddy's Steak Burger.
Which is a great name for nothing.
It's opening on North Telshore, right next to Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's, which has pretty good
Right.
chicken fingers
Yeah.
or whatever those are. You know, it's also near Chipotle. And you haven't been to Chipotle,
Yes,
have
I
you?
have.
You have? What do you
I've
think
been
of
to this
Chipotle?
one here, overpriced.
Price? I mean, what do you think about their food? It's basically,
It's okay, but it's
you could make the same stuff. Well,
it's overpriced average Mexican food.
Yeah.
Not
But
impressed. Not impressed.
But the Mexican food we have here, forget it.
Yeah. Now there's 2 new restaurants that have opened in town, Michael.
I went to one of them.
And we love restaurants. We love food and drink on this show. as
I
you
went
know.
to one of them. I was telling you by mistake.
By mistake.
By mistake.
Not by mistake burger.
No.
By mistake.
Yeah.
You went to
Mistake.
Cable.
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 It's
Who,
like
knows,
Korea
who
Bowl.
even knows that's open?
It's on university, so people from the school go there all the time, I guess. It's we went there because we went to Santorini for lunch. Santorini said there's going to be a 45-minute wait because they had like one waitress
yeah.
and there weren't any people there. So we went over to Cable, which is a nice place to get a quick meal, except it has its inefficiencies, and since we only have a minute to go, I can't talk
Game
about
Over
it.
Cafe is a new restaurant that's now open also.
It's a little scary when you're called Game Over before you even started.
Nobody even knew it was here. It's on the corner of Solano and Madrid. So check that out.
It's where, what was the name of that place? It used
It's
to
where,
be-
right near Hebert's, where old Hebert's used to be. Now also, last week we didn't get around to it. I wanted to mention Penny
Oh, we
Marshall.
did. I think we did.
We didn't. Penny Marshall died. One of the biggest television stars we've ever known. I worked with Penny Marshall.
That you've ever known, when you say known personally.
Known personally. She and I worked together on a TV movie that she was a star of.
Didn't you know Happy Humphrey?
And
He was a big guy.
And so anyway, I miss Penny Marshall bought me a present at the end of the
She
movie.
bought you a present?
Yeah, she did.
And you used to send her letters on their birthdays? You know, she sent you one?
We don't know when each other's birthdays was.
Well-
but I just worked with her for a 4-week period of time. And so Penny Marshall, rest in peace.
And the famous Mark Steffen.
And so that's it for
And
our show
from
this
us,
week.
Yes. And I met the kid that you had on from the newspaper.
Kid?
Well, a guy younger than us.
What are you talking
Yes. I'll tell
Braden
you next
Tidwell?
week. Yes.
about? You met
Braden Tidwell, who's a nice
Very
guy.
good. Well, thanks for joining us on this week's Under Talk.
I'll mention Undertalk
Double
next
talk.
week. Braden is welcome back on this show. I told him you can't wait to get rid of me.
As soon as you leave, he's in.
He's in.
He's in.